Oh, I think actually one of the people in this town was the hunter, wasn't it? We brought Alvin here. Alvin. That's right. Hi, is there a...
Hello there.
Hello, Gisela. Show me your wares. What do you have? Just for funsies, I want to see what I can buy for you again. You have salt. I don't know if salt's really usable for us, like we don't really have a reason to need salt. Let's leave it at that then. Okay. Oi. And we have people here. Hello. You both... Okay, you've got 3 for animals. Got 1. I've generally found 3 is the best you can get, though, from people in towns, so... yeah. That's worth remembering. There's someone up here who's good with animals. Can have them look after the chickens when we get them. We're gonna need to save up a lot of money. First thing is donkeys. Chickens can wait. I'm happy to keep buying eggs. It's just a long-term project. Because then with chickens comes chicken feed and every other damn thing, so... yeah, I'm happy to keep buying eggs for now. Getting a donkey. Can just load it up with trade goods and go from town to town in a day. I'm gonna follow the pathway all the way around the river. Hopefully, the bandits aren't this way. I think we did find them, because they move around the map. Every season they respawn somewhere else until you kill them, and then a new group will respawn somewhere else until you kill them. So... don't remember if we found where they were spawning. Okay, I was like, what in the name of God is this thing? It's a glitched out bird. Okay. It's like, am I looking at the back of like a deer bent over eating? No, it's too small. Is this a person sitting on the ground? No. What the fuck is this thing? What kind of cursed creature out here? It's... what? 11:40 already? Old water skin. How has the time gone that quick? Coming up on 2 hours of being live? This game does this. Every time I played this game last time we played it, I would sit here and look at the time and be like, holy shit. Like, it just melts away. I do remember that time in this game when we found the bandits other side of the river. And then when we came back after we killed them, they kept falling out of the sky. That was very... I think that might be clipped on the channel as well. I can't remember if we got a clip of that. My playthrough of Season 1, by the way, is already up on YouTube. So, you know, if anybody wants to go watch, like, this colony build get started, this town build getting started, it's on my YouTube channel. Whole thing, all 22 videos of it are all there. At least I think the whole thing's there. Should be. I think I was still working through it the last time I did anything with my channel. Admittedly, I'm very delinquent with keeping up with my production there and stuff, so... but that's this afternoon's job, is to begin that again. By the end of the week, there should be some videos going live. Carrying on with where I left off, like rolling out Ace Attorney and rolling out Guild Wars 2 content still, because I think we're still getting through Icebrood Saga. My backlog of VODs for that. And what else were we? I think I finished Kiwami 2, so I could start on Yakuza 3. But I think I want to throw Final Fantasy up there as well now. Like some of the more recent stuff as well. Keep mixing it in. It was the Outer Worlds as well, which we still didn't finish. Got further than the first time I tried to play it, but that's a cursed game for me. I can never seem to get around to finishing it because other shit gets in the way. So I keep thinking to myself, should I just play it and record it and then just throw it up to finish it off, and then at least there's a finished playlist. I do try to finish games. Okay, we are back to town. Look at this. I love coming up to the town from this like side of the map and slowly getting closer from it being like one little hut at the side of the river and then a couple of other little things dotted around to now this. It does the heart good to see, you know? Warms the cockles, as they say. Alright. Let me get the copper hammer. One of them is gonna go in here, so I don't accidentally grab the damn thing. He doesn't have any copper bars to play with, so before we do anything else, let's get all that unloaded. There it is. I know where it was. It's not quite 20 ore, like, but with the 3 we already have in there, it's close. Alright, now you have copper. Okay, so he's gonna be able to make, like, about 4 per day is what I want him to do. And then we can dial it down after a while, once he's got a working stockpile of copper. Because we don't need, like, a hammer per day and a knife per day, you know? We don't need that. But once he has enough ore in there, we'll be able to see... enough bars, sorry, we'll be able to see what these percentages buy us in terms of the number of knives and the number of hammers he will make. I don't think he needs to make tons. Like, 1 copper knife will last a hunter at the rate they're working, like 8 to 9 days. So he only needs to make like 10% of a hammer, of a knife, maybe more, maybe like 15% of a knife every day. But I'd like him to make a little more. Maybe we'll get him making like 25% of a knife every day. But I will be chewing through hammers like God knows what, and he will as well now. So, because that's the thing as well, he needs hammers. I forgot he needs hammers to make his own stuff to begin with. So, yeah. Okay, so we'll come back to him. We'll see what he does. Are you making me plenty of stuff here? Let's see what you're doing. Need you to just pull in tons of logs, if you please. Please do. In fact, does it tell me how many... Have to do math, aren't I? How many axes she's gonna work with. Oh, I forget in here it tells you the durability of the items that they actually are working with at any one time. Okay. So yeah, basically 50 durability, and this will use up 15 times. So 30 durability is lost out of 50 every day getting logs. Sticks, doesn't matter. Firewood, doesn't matter. Planks, uses 1 as well. But 35 durability a day. So she's going through an axe, almost a full axe every day. That's not bad. Okay. Full axe a day. You will be making how many axes per day? Bump that up. Actually, I think that might be perfect. That might just be perfectly where she needs it, where I need it to be, so that's fine. Okay. It might have been a good idea to buy some bars to kick things off as well, you know, so that we don't have to wait for him to catch up making copper bars first. But, oh well, we're here. This is where we are. Let's see, 2 logs. I'm gonna give him a day or 2 just to, you know, just to kind of catch up. Picks, how many picks are we using per day? Let's see. 2 picks, 62, 64, actually nearly 64 out of 70 is getting used up. So he's gonna need to make sure he's making a pickaxe almost every day as well. Stone pickaxe, he's making 2. Oh, that's way too many. Let's just have him make 1 and it can accumulate spares every now and then. Yeah, I don't need him to make that many picks. Okay. While my brain is feeling capable of doing some basic arithmetic, get over here and have a look at the fishing hut. I know I can do it all from the tab menu, but I kind of just feel like I can always run over here and do this. It's much better. So 20 and 40 durability. What is he gonna need here? 1 durability by 3 a day, that's fine. Over here doesn't need anything. This is gonna need 2 durability a day, and we don't know how he's gonna do. I think we did balance that out okay, that he's gonna be able to gut 3 perch per day. So yeah, he's gonna need 6. So he doesn't need many knives either. Or spears, like he needs them once every many days. Every 10 days roughly. No, not every 10 days, but anyway, every sort of like 6 or 7 days. He's gonna go through a spear a season, so negligible use. I'll make sure we're making enough knives though. But really, he only needs to make 20% of a spear. Like, that's way... I'm making 2 spears? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, we don't need you doing that many. Like, that'll do right there. That'll do. But we don't know how many copper knives he's gonna make. So, but there's loads of stone knives for people to be using through right now. Copper knives I need him to crack on and start making. I think actually then in that case, am I gonna need to dial up rather the amount of copper he makes, just so there's some stockpile. Get it done quickly and we'll rebalance it later.
Most recognized craftsman in the world.
Oh yeah, don't worry, people have been making things with wood forever. That's all good. Right, I need food. I need to eat. I will eat my mushroom soup. And I will eat the stew. I will drink a little bit out of my water skin. We have a spare in here as well. Just gonna sell, just drop that in there. Drop these in there. 2 stone arrows. Am I putting stone arrows in here or am I keeping them? I think I'm not. Yeah. Let's get rid of these. Where are they? Stone arrows. All right. How's the food looking over here? Is everything good? Everything's good. No red flags. Whole bunch of dried meat building up now. And dried fish. Nice. Trading those at some point in the very near future. Putting it all in here. How goes crafting? 3 buckets. Okay. I will take all of those. 6 baskets. Take those. That all we get from this, I guess? Buckets and baskets. Oh, how much leather? Lots of leather. So I can handcraft any simple bags out of these. Oh, wait, hang on, he's making 26 simple bags? Did they change the recipe? 1 leather. Didn't this used to be 3 leather?
Do what they say.
I think that used to be 3 leather. Alright. Well, anyway, let's get these moved over here. That's good. I'm pretty sure there used to be 3 leather. Yeah, because I used to have to wait until I had multiples of 3 in leather to craft them. Alright, all that's going to get sold at some point. Alright, and can I see... Yeah, my stinky dirtiness. I need a bucket of water for the wash tub. Of course I do. Forgot all about that. Alright. Maybe I should just make a whole load of buckets. How are we doing on buckets of water in here? I think that one with 2. Shall... Game, we can't do that. No matter how much water is in the bucket. I guess it does. Wow. It needs a lot of water. It's a big tub. And of course, you know, this water isn't going to be insanely freezing cold for me to wash myself in. I know you can also just, you know, jump in the river. That's fine too. If anybody is psychotic enough to need to do that, but not me. Take a bath. Filthy creature, you. There we go. That cleaned me up nicely. Okay. The well is deep enough for it to be cold, but because of the thermal mass, it should be warmer than the surface water. That's a good point, though. If the weather is now colder than the period before. Yeah, that's a good point. Although me leaving a bucket of a big open barrel of water, you know, in the open overnight, I think I'll come back and find a big block of ice. Yeah. Like, fresh water is warmer in fall because it's still carrying summer heat. Yeah. That is true. What did I come here for? I want to just dump that wooden hammer back in here. Now we have a copper hammer. Boom! Awesome. Depends if the wood is thick. Just break the surface. True, yeah, they could just be like a disc of ice. Although this is the last day of winter anyway, so... right, I need to go gather a buttload of sticks. And not steel sticks from resource storage. If I'm gonna go build my own stuff, I need to use my own sticks. So... Although first day of spring, one of the things we're gonna have to do is gather up a whole mess of berries over here. But look at all this deadfall. We need all of this. Boom. Yes. Let's get many stick. Child in us can pretend that it is a sword or a gun or something. Depends on the shape. Or a wizard's staff. I started to notice a problem as well with my computer yesterday. I think one of my front-facing fans is maybe the motor's going on it because it was spinning lazily the other day and then making a kind of a weird rattly noise, and I was like, oh dear. It picked up speed and eventually got up to full speed after like a couple of hours, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, but yeah. So when I get round to buying the bits for Shy's new computer build, I'm gonna probably be ordering an extra case fan for myself, because I don't have any spares. I had one in England. I had a spare fan from this build and I didn't use it. But actually I think it was a smaller one than the one on the front here. These are big fans, so... Grab up about 100 sticks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Always keep a few spare case fans, at least 120s and 140s. Yeah, these are 140s on the front. I think the one I had was a 120 back in England, and that was actually from another PC build, not this one now that I think back. That was from a smaller case build that I used as a media machine back in England, and something happened to that computer that I do not understand. It just suddenly stopped booting up one day, and that was on a brand new hard drive. Like, because I had a hard drive failure, reinstalled everything, it worked fine, and then when I moved to my parents, it wouldn't boot up again, but the hard drive apparently seemed fine, and it wouldn't respond to a computer to a boot up device drive, so I was like, well, shit, but I also didn't really have a place for it, so I never got around to trying to fix it. I just kind of left it half dead, and then I moved here all of a sudden, and I was like, well, whatever. When I went back to England to ship all my stuff out in November, 2022 November, I just took it apart, and I wasn't going to ship all the bits out here, but I was just like, I'm just going to break this down and get it recycled, because whatever. And spare PSUs for emergencies, not a bad idea. One 20s will generally fit a 140 slot. Oh yeah, the mount has both dimensions for like the screw mounts for both size fans, for sure, yeah. So I could do that, but I'd rather put another 140 next to it, you know, just for airflow more than anything. It's a humongous case, so... Wife system hard drive failure caused the PC to be completely fucked and not even post. That's what mine was doing, somehow. Like, just not posting, and then I put in a... but I ran, like, a disk check on it. I took it out and ran a disk check on it with this PC. It said it was fine. I was like, okay, is it just blank? Did it blank itself somehow in the move? I don't know how it would have done that. It's like it reformatted itself, you know. And yeah, it wouldn't respond at all when I put it back in. So I don't know what was going on with it. But as I said, I could have done more to figure out what the problem was, but I was busy. And I was like, I'm not using this computer anyway, so I'll just leave it for now. I never got back around to it, so yeah. Few tweaks and getting rid of the drive and it purrs like a kitten. Nice. Yeah, hard drive failures do suck though, right? You know, like... Ugh. Do not like... Well, I don't like any hardware failure. This fan, like, acting up has already irked me. It's like, hate when things don't work. I'm like my dad that way. He gets very irate if something isn't working. Like, it bugs him until it's fixed. It's like, it's got to be fixed. If it's broken, it's got to be fixed, you know, and I guess I've picked up that impulse from him. Like, if something's broken, it needs fixing. But it needs to be something that I rely on, you know, like, and that other PC did not qualify as something I relied on after a while. I was like, well, I'm not using it for now, and I've got bigger fish to fry. Like, dealing with immigration shit, you know. Might have been a power spike or something. Possibly, yeah. That makes me wonder, actually, now that you've said that. It could have been something along those lines. Something could have fried. It could have been something on the motherboard. That was the thing when I saw that the drive was fine, but it was blank. I thought, is it the the drive works, and it shouldn't have done that. So what else has happened? And then when it wouldn't respond when it went back in the motherboard, I was like, is it the board itself as well? Like, so you're probably right. Something could have done more damage in the overall system that I hadn't had time to diagnose. I don't know. Okay, donkey shelter is the priority for building. Man, look how much of my copper hammer got used up already. Just making fences, man. Oh, shit. Tool durability in this game, I don't know. So yeah, but anyway, Shy's laptop. The funny thing is, because the problem she's been having with it, I've talked about it before, but for people that didn't catch the story, the problem she's having is she turns it on, and then after she already has a dead battery. Like, the battery is dead on it, so she's running it off the power supply, so it's not even a laptop really, it's more just a small desktop with a monitor built on it at this point, right? It has to be on a lifeline. And basically, yeah, she turns it on, and it doesn't, well, it boots up, and then eventually it will say, like, you know, battery low, and that's all the warning she gets before it goes into a hibernate mode. Or in some cases, just completely, like, loses power. Poof. Yeah, not a shutdown, just loses power. Poof, gone. You know? And then she turns it on, and maybe it'll do it again, and maybe it'll do it a third time on the really bad days. It's an almost daily occurrence. But yeah, basically, she boots it up, that happens. And eventually it's fine. Like, after 2 or 3 reboots, it never does it again for the rest of the day. Ever. It has never happened after the computer's been running for a substantial amount of time. So, but it's, you know, percussive maintenance. Maybe, yeah. We'll try that after I've built her a new one, and then the percussion instrument will be hammer-shaped. But anyway, it's a massively old laptop. She's had it for like 10 years anyway, Neil. 10 years, so... we moved it over there into the alcove, so she can get used to sitting over there instead of on the sofa, where she always was. But focus if she wants a desktop to replace it rather than another laptop. The laptops are massively expensive, we can't afford them. Desktops will be much more affordable, and we can put better gaming shit in it, and she can get back to playing games because she can't really play much on that laptop. Despite its problems, it's just old hardware. So we moved over there. The other day, she says, have you noticed I haven't said anything about the computer, like, shutting down after starting up since we moved it over here? And I'm like, yeah, that's weird. And I'm thinking, maybe because it's on a stable surface and not... Well, she's got a wooden board, like, base that she uses, like a laptop base, to put the laptop on. So it is on a stable, like, thing, you know, with, like, ventilation space underneath. But... not getting moved around much, so I wondered maybe because there's a loose wire or something in there, maybe that's what's causing this problem, and something's disconnecting in the power line, jiggling, that kind of thing, and now it's not doing that. As soon as we said that, the next day it started doing it again, and it's like, are you kidding me? Might be a loose connection that heat causes enough to flex. That's my theory, is that once it's warmed up, it starts to work better, you know? It needs to warm up and then it will work better. Because something will expand and make proper contact, and it's probably in the power pin assembly. But we've tried it on different plug sockets. We were worried it might have been the outlet she's using, or the power strip on that outlet, so we tried it in a different outlet with a different power strip that my stuff runs off. Not a problem. And now it's on another outlet again. So, you know, I don't know, but I think you're absolutely right. You're on a laptop at the moment and you run an Ethernet and power to this section of the bedroom. Well, she's still on Wi-Fi, but she's right next to the hub now, so we're gonna get a nice short Ethernet cable. We have spares, but they're really long. So, like, I brought some from England with me, but they're like, you know, 5-meter cables, and she's like, laptop here, hub here. So she doesn't need that length, you know? Okay, let's have a look at this. Extraction. Master of Destruction, 50% level resources recovered from destroying structures. Ooh, that could be useful. Extra items while digging in clay. Slower durability loss of picks and shovels. Losses of axes. I like this. Recovering 50% of my resources when I take a structure apart. I want that. I need that in my life. Now what does that unlock? More carry weight. Nice. Careful miner, don't care. Excavation master. Okay, I mean, I'm not doing any of these, so this doesn't really help me very much. But anyway, we have enough copper now in here. I don't know why it says I don't have enough copper bars for this, probably because this is already ongoing. I just want to know how many knives this makes. That's going to make 82% of a hammer. So yeah, I really would like... Let's just remove wooden hammers. We don't need wooden hammers making at all now if we're going to be making copper hammers. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. And we're overproducing copper bars at the moment. We are going to bring that down, so we will have some leeway to be able to maneuver this stuff around. I really wish you could have a second person work the smithy other than an apprentice. That would be nice. But yeah, if that's how quickly I went through a copper hammer, don't know if I like that. Alright. It's time to sleep to the next season! Woo! Spring is in the air. Yoink. I spring up from bed. Oh god, what now? Comes a time when a herald arrives at one of the taverns, including yours, present you with one of the choices of the king's challengers. These are not mandatory, but the successful fulfillment of the challenge will increase reputation and strengthen relations with the king. You can turn off the tutorials whenever you want. Oh, I'm going to leave them on, even though it's going to bombard me with tutorials of stuff I already know about. Woo! My snowman's gone! No! Where is Chilly Willy? He's gone. Oh. Okay. We have a few things to get on with. We have to get unripened berries. I don't really care about regular berries. Unripened ones, because I'm going to stick them all in the composter. I'll let me go into first person mode, it's kind of easier. Let's see what I'm pointing at when it comes to berries. Okay. So I need to fill all 3 compost bins with berries. Oh god, yeah, I forget you use stamina up when you have the focus mode active. I'm like, why is my guy choking? He's just really concentrating hard. All those berries, nice. Let's go fill up the berry buckets. Huh? Unripe berries. Boom. I think this takes up to 400 of them. Autofocus asphyxiation. Ooh, kinky. Hey, whatever gets a guy off, I guess. I'm not gonna judge my character in this game. Alright, we got more berries over here. I just grabbed some St. John's wort. I grabbed St. John's wort? How rude. Oh, the berry patch over here. Let's go get those. All of this is making sure we get out ahead of requiring the amount of fertilizer that we're going to need for our farming activities. Found one of the nicest ways to do it. Let's get a load of rot. Berries are just the best way to do it because there's billions of them. They're all over the map in spring. So I found this just be the best course of action is get these berries. And you can do it with the fresh berries as well, of course, but you know. Why waste edible berries? You can use them when they're unripened and thus poisonous. Here. Got all of them. There's a couple more berry patches there, but let's go empty out what we have. Don't need to do it all in one day, because the thing is as well that I like... Ooh, and I should definitely be picking morel mushrooms. Thing is that I like about the way that the composter works. If I went and like gathered up a bunch of berries and put them in here on the last day of the season, the next season they've completely rotted. But these that I'm putting in here are gonna stay as they are until the end of the season. So, oh, it's 600 berries, not 400, okay. So, yeah, you have time, basically is what I'm getting at. So there's supposed to be a person over here? A herald? What? Oh, I got skills again? How many points do I have now? 2? 2 skill pointers? What is this? Skill tree determines how proficient you are at survival gathering. What does this do? Iron liver, high poison resistance, movement in water, alcohol resistance, slower stamina consumption during movement, less damage. Those, and I'll take one of those. Some. Nice. Okay. And is it tax payment time, or when does that come around again? It is now, isn't it? Yeah, pay taxes. 1,583.4 coin. So we may as well head to the other town and do that first. 1,500. 3. Boom. And do I have... yeah, I got plenty of carry capacity. I'm gonna go and get rid of our trade goods. Sell the simple bags, the wicker baskets, the buckets, the 2 salted meat. I don't know where the hell that came from. Some buckets in here as well. Oh, that bucket's probably from the food place. I should fill that when we get back. But we still have some fertilizer left over as well. Hot plants I'm keeping until we get ready to, you know, make some beer. Linen threads, I have. Simple bags, I've got a few there. Got an extra wicker basket here. Okay. And I will take this bucket. By the time I come back, hopefully there'll be plenty of logs that I can use to start building the donkey shelter. Ooh, the crops are going. Yes. Yes. So I have the game set as well to 7-day seasons. So what are we planting? Onions, cabbages. Hell yes. And what did we get here? Wheat is growing. Nice, nice. Flax, I don't know if they get sown until autumn, maybe, I think. And oats. Aye. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, I feel like they've definitely changed a few things in the graphics as well. Like, all of the reeds also look different. I don't remember them having green stems. I remember them just being like, you know, yellowy color, like golden colored all season. But we're gonna go back to the capital town, pay our taxes to the man, and find out what the king wants. And then on the way back, after we sell these goods, I'll do some gathering. I'll grab up some mushrooms. I think they can be used for mushroom soup. Mushrooms and more berries. Oh, I was also going to talk to Alvin, find out what the next step of his story was. The last thing I remember with him, he was trying to become a hunter and stop being a farmer, and we kept having archery contests with him and kept beating him. Eventually, he kind of pouted about that and was like, fine, you know, you're so good at everything and I'm obviously crap at this, so I shouldn't be doing this anyway, I suppose. And I was like, oh, dude, you know, keep going. Follow your dreams, man. You don't want to work the field the rest of your life. You said so yourself. And then he went back to farming. But then we were going to wait a while and then talk to him. So apparently he wants to talk, and I was going to wait till spring. So while we're in town, we should do that. Alright there, Unagust. Long time no see. Long time indeed, Rakamir. How have you been? I met Oh, we're gonna have this conversation now, are we? Okay. I met Walrad, because the last thing we did with him was meeting a guy over in the northwest, which is where we're gonna have to go to buy a donkey, by the way. We went out there. We found out that he was also part of the gang that our uncle was part of, and Unagust, and the other guy, Sambor, up in the mountains, the guy with the eye patch. And we're getting different stories from everybody. And apparently we need to learn about a person called Kestrel now, and where she went, and apparently she's had some kind of relationship with the uncle and Unagust, and there was stuff going on. I'm glad. Seems that you're following the path of Lordan's past just like you wanted to. I do, that's why I'm here. I wanted to ask you about Kestrel. Oh, you've heard about her. Yeah, Walrad mentioned the name, but nothing else. Not my story to tell, he said. Unagust? That's, really strange. Why would he say it like that? Strange indeed. Kess, I mean, she was part of the pack, and that would be it. Your attempt at being casual seems like you're having a stroke, Unagust. You're right, sorry, I just wasn't prepared for that topic. For her topic. For her, you see. Kestrel was, I remember the day we met. Me, Lordan, Sambor were coming back from one of the missions, and it was truly spectacular. Heist, ruse, battle, revolution, like, what did you guys really do? Failure. Long story short, we were forced to take a shortcut through the river and lost most of our equipment in the process. Our mounts as well, and after a few days of roaming in the woods, we've come across a small village. We were way too exhausted to even think of trying something elegant, so we decided to take horses from the stables and leave money behind. So we did just that. We started riding the horses out of the village in a hurry. When we suddenly heard a loud whistle, the horses stopped in place immediately as if they were enchanted. Lordan fell right off. Sambor was kicking the horse with all of his strength and it wouldn't budge. Then we heard her voice. If you boys want to keep your peckers and heads attached to your bodies, you will get off my horses and start running. I looked behind me and saw the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, holding a bow with an arrow pointed straight at my eye. At that moment, your uncle managed to get off the ground, pissed as heck, and started giving her a piece of his mind, so she moved the bow a little and rested the arrow. Or released the arrow. So she shot him? Without a blink. Me and Sambor almost died from laughter. Why? That was the first and pretty much only person we've met who made Lordan look like a fool, a child even. The sight of Lordan bleeding and us laughing at it must have been the strangest thing. She surely thought we were some kind of loonies. Certain she did. We ended up spending the whole day together. She tended Lord Anne's wounds, who didn't say a word to her the entire time. And me and Sambo were basically begging her to join us. When we explained our mission to her, which we hadn't done before to any stranger ever, she said yes, just like that. There wasn't even a pinch of fear. That woman, the bravest soul was ever born. Her only condition was that we take all of the horses. She didn't have a family besides the animals, and family shall never be left behind. There were 5 of them, so we might call it a coincidence, the other destiny. And Walrad? Indeed it was. The steed was named Burr, which makes it totally fitting to the future owner. Burr was carrying our bags for almost a year before he got himself a rider. And those two became best friends, I'll tell you that. So there's another member we don't know about. Getting back to Kestrel, Lord Anne didn't like her at first. The only time I've ever seen him insecure like that. He didn't put a spell on her with a glance like every other woman's, so he resented her for it. For a while at least, because soon everything fell into place. Sun always rises in the east and sets in the west. No way to get around that. Same thing with Lord Anne. He always got what he wanted, and that was to be admired and desired. She didn't have a chance, really. So they were together, Kestrel and Lord Anne. Well, it started as a fling, but isn't that how every love story starts? Soon they became inseparable. And if I didn't know Lord Anne well, I'd say she changed him, but he didn't change. He couldn't. He just enjoyed the new game, the relationship. Even Sambor realized it at some point. Everyone did, except Kestrel. Lord Anne soon became bored with the game, and like any other, so he went back to seducing and having fun with other women, but now there was another challenge for him, and another thrill of keeping it a secret from Kestrel, and it was painful to watch. Ooh, this is the one we learn about the real scoundrel. It's really painful, especially when I loved them both so much. You mean you loved like family, right? No, he was in love with Kestrel. Rasamir, I've loved Kestrel straight from the moment she pointed the arrow at me. Never stopped, but I've always been shy, and living in Lord Anne's shadow only worsened that, so I kept to myself for years until I didn't. We started having an affair. Oh, you betrayed him. Nothing is black and white, dear Rasamir. You certainly learn it with age. We all live in infinite shades of grey, but yes, that's undeniable. I've hated myself for it, and I hated him for hurting the love of my life, and for making me lie to her and keep his dirty secrets. Like how we're just having this conversation and people are just weaving their way between us, you know. Excuse me, coming through, don't mind me. While I had one of my own, it was exhausting to be honest, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't lose her, and she couldn't stop loving him as well. Look, I'm not judging Unigos, that sounds excruciating. That's not the end of the story. It all went downhill when she got pregnant. Ooh. I couldn't eat or sleep. I've started distancing myself from her. The unknown was killing me. Was Lord Anne the father? Did I lay with a woman carrying another man's child? Maybe it was mine, and I wasn't going to raise it, but instead lived as the uncle, in a lie like a coward. I had the darkest of thoughts rushing through my mind at this time, and I still blame myself for it. Did I wish it to happen? Wish what? The baby was stillborn. I wanted to die with it on that day, but I felt relieved at the same time. What kind of person feels relieved from a situation like that? When Lord Anne left the room, I wanted to see its eyes. I wanted to be sure to finally know what to feel. She didn't let me. I joined Lord Anne in his grief. We drank and cried all night. I was pretending to be just an empathetic brother, but I was a scum with a grief of his own. This got heavy. Shit. Child's little body was buried in the morning. I couldn't get back to being with Kestrel after that, and neither could Lord Anne. So she lost 3 of her men in one day, all consumed by flames, blown away by the wind and smoke and dust. Unigost, I'm so sorry. I had no idea what you've been going through. what you all have been through. Nothing to be sorry for, my child. I was trying to tell you that from the very beginning. Don't envy the lives we've lived. We were doing some good to make a change, but we were not heroes, and we were still paying the price of it. Look, I need to see her, Unigost. You said that all of you ended up in this valley. Well, I don't know where she lives. She didn't want to be found, not by me, so I never looked. But I'm pretty sure Sambor knows. Oh God, no, not Sambor again. You can try with him. Well, then that's what I will do. Rasimir, if you see her, tell her that well, never mind. Alright, be well. Unigost, can I pay my tax now? Thank you for the depressing story. Did you come to pay taxes? Yes, here you go, that should cover it. Splendid! Jesus Christ. Oof. It's looking like they just shit themselves.
Hail, friend.
I just sell stuff to you. I can sell you buckets, right? I think we determined that it's the same no matter where I sell it, so you can have the salted meat. You can have all these simple bags. You can have all these wicker baskets. And that's basically it. Beautiful. Alright, bye-bye. What time of day is it now? Oh my god, it's like the end of the day already. Jesus Christ. Where's this herald at? Also, is it just me, or is this more heavily decorated than it used to be?
After all. Okay, that'll be the last one.
Uh-huh, alright. Hi.
I am fed up with people always complaining. Damn it.
What kind of voice? I'm fed up. Greetings, I'm here by order of His Majesty the King Alberic the Lion. I have a task for people in this village. How old is the king? The king is 36 years old. What a kid. I'm 44, so shit. And he's already king? God, I did nothing with my life. Alright, thanks for that info. Anything else? Do you know what the king's opinion is of me? The king doesn't know you. Oh, okay. Alright, what does the king require of his peons? The king will be hosting a big wedding ceremony for a member of his family. He asks all subjects to provide coin for the event. I can gather that. Alright. I'll await your delivery. If you don't want to carry everything here, remember that you can leave it in your storage, provided that you have one, and tell me about it. I will have to collect it later. Alright.
I would say people.
1,500 coin? Shit. Consider it done. Alright, let's look at these guys. Won't be inviting them to join. Well, we spent pretty much all day in town just listening to Unagost's incredibly depressing story. Like some mushrooms on the way back if we can find any. There's some over here. I'll not bother gathering berries. Mushroom, 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 mushroom. Mushrooms. Thing about the mushrooms is, by the way, they spawn every day. Things like the berry bushes they don't refill. But mushrooms, they respawn every day. Not in the same place necessarily, but if you remove these, then mushrooms around here will respawn somewhere else, so... helps to grab them. End up with plenty of mushrooms for, well, gross mushroom soup. Fungus soup. Those? Okay, since the day is almost done, I should probably do some management from a distance. I want to check my smithy now. Does he have everything he needs? He has no more copper bars. Or he can't make any more copper bars. So there's no point you even having, like, that be a job you can do. So just pull that back. So he's gonna make around 2 copper knives almost a day? That might actually be what we need. I don't know. 1 a day? These knives are gonna last people many days of use, so... They can boost hammer production. That will work better for me. Let's see, mushrooms. Broadleaf plantains as well. Need those. They're mostly kind of useless until you can get, like, a herbalist hut, I suppose, because then you can use them in stuff like potions and the like. Otherwise, you're just eating loads of them to recover health. You may as well use a potion anyway. There's, I think, a herbalist across the river. I think it's there, where I can go and buy the potions that I need, but I'd rather have one in our town, making them every now and then. I don't know if it has an effect on the town, like having a herbalist and a potion maker. Like, does it, you know, improve the health of the town or something and make people less likely to be sick? I haven't even seen people be sick, so I don't know if illness is even a thing in this game. So we've got to make 1,500 coin. Pay it to the king. And get his favor. Man, look at all these mushrooms. If there's one thing, I know I said it in the previous playthrough as well, but there's one thing I do dislike about getting quests from people in this game, is they don't tell you the specifics of what they want until after you've, like, accepted the quest. So they give you a vague description of, like, we need this, and you're like, okay, and then it's like, oh, you actually want that and that and that in these quantities, and I can't make those yet. Things like that, right? So you could end up accepting a quest that you can't fulfill, and then you have to abandon it, and then you lose favor with people, and they don't like you anymore, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted that. Like, for instance, one of the ones that stands out to me is fish meat. There was a quest where it was like, feed somebody's family, they want a certain amount of meat, and they also want fish fillets. And you can't make those until you get a fishing hut. So if you accept a quest for that before your town actually has a fishing hut, or is capable of building one, you're in trouble. Where am I going with these? I need to go over here. Put these in the food storage. Whole load of morals. Dried meat and fish meat also, I believe, it's kind of... We have roast meat for the town as well. Porridge. Take some porridge. I only have some scrambled egg with me right now, and I probably need to eat, so... Let me drink. So yeah, it sometimes just kind of bugs me that they don't be like a quest preview before you accept. It could have just been like, yeah, you get the conversation and then it's like pop-out window that's like, you need to do this in order to fulfill it, and you'll get this for it. Oh, okay. Then I know if it's worth it. I probably don't need to be wearing all my crap as well, do I? Let's get rid of these sticks. Like, you know, what's the temperature? Temperature tolerance is up. Is it on the map? It's on the map. 17 degrees. Yeah, I'm not gonna need like thick leather gloves anymore, for instance. So I'm just gonna unequip them. And the fur hood as well. I don't need that. Unequip that. Well, I have other clothes in my house anyway, so... Yeah, like we have fur boots, or I could just put my shoes on. Better for heat protection. Why have those? Just these regular shoes, fur boots. Put away. Can't equip them from here. Okay. We got the straw hat. It's good for heat protection. We have a flat top straw hat. Is even better. So we're gonna swap that out. Need the leather gloves. Cool. It's like a dork. With his trousers rolled up. Oh my god. Okay, put these in here. Get these loaded up, ready to send out. Next time we go do some trade. Okay. Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier though, right, Yuri? Is I've got loads of stuff that needs to go to different places, and I wish I could just put it in one place and somebody moves it for me. Do I have anything else in here? I put all the sticks away, didn't I? Yep, okay. Alright, actually, yeah, that was the thing I needed to look at. Logs. Logs. How many logs do we have now? 8 logs. Let me get 6 of those. I'm reading up and getting an idea for it. I'm going to start a new game myself soon. Nice. Alright, so we've got the frame built for the donkey shelter. What else are we going to need after this? Let's have a look. Planks. 4 planks, 6 planks here. 4 there. We just need a load of planks by the look of it. Straw and logs for the roof. Yeah, this game has a certain thing about it. I mean, again, I've just looked at the clock and it's like, shit, stream's almost over. Doesn't feel like 2 minutes since I got started. If you want time to fly by, you need to play this game. It is the way to go, you know. Take 15 planks out of here. Like, oh my god, did you find that when you played this game, Yuri? Like, did you find that time just disappeared while you were playing? For me it does, it's like gone in an instant. Yeah, right, and you wouldn't think so. Alright, so that's the donkey shelter done. Aside from returning to school, this might be my surgery recovery game. That sounds like a plan right there. Yes. I'm gonna get one more plank just to finish that one piece of fence off for the night. So once we have this, I can go look for someone who's an animal carer, and I can get donkeys. 4 logs and a whole bunch of thatch. I could probably go and install the thatch now. It needs 8 for each. Raw. Yeah, that seems like a great idea. You know, like, because time will fly. Need to pass time. This is the best way to do it, I find. Like, I find even RimWorld doesn't make time run as fast as this game does for me. You know, I could play RimWorld all day as well, but time won't just vanish the way this game makes it happen. We just need 4 logs, a whole bunch of planks for this bit in the middle, and our donkey shelter will be done. As to this crap over here, I want to go into first person for this. Move. Thatched roof. Wasn't going. Also the wooden wall here. Oh, and I actually recover logs from these as well, because I'm recovering resources now. What I need to do is make wooden tile roofs for this stuff. Put the wrong roof type on this house without or maybe I was intending this, but I've changed my mind. I don't want that anymore now. I want to make the best possible houses we can make with this. This stone wall here, I think I accidentally demolished. Oh, I got the resources in here, so let's just do it. Oh. Be a stone wall there. Tons of planks for these. I actually have a log. Okay, that house is coming together. That one over there also needs making. Actually, I think I might finish this one first. That's further along than this one, so I can move my family out, and then I'll give this the upgrade treatment as well. We'll upgrade the roof, upgrade the walls, move other people into them. Let's have a look. One last quick look at stuff before we go. Oh no. My lumberjack is pregnant. I'm gonna need a new lumberjack when she has a baby. She's gonna need maternity time. God damn it. Nobody said you could get pregnant, Ludamira. How dare you? And Lamberta as well. I'm not sure when the baby's gonna be born? Like what season? Probably autumn, because I think she was pregnant in the winter. And she got pregnant in the summer. Sorry, in the spring. She'll probably give birth in the winter, so I've got till winter to finish houses, move new people in. It means I'm gonna have to pull someone in to take over lumberjacking. Ain't that grand? Like I was asleep with my backpack on. But yep, why not? Okay. Well, we got reacquainted with the game today. This will be a regular weekly thing on the channel. I'm going to try and get this playthrough out on YouTube quickly, like as I do it, so... Good thing you can safely drink wine while pregnant. You think so? Oh, okay. Oh, with my baby you don't. Jesus. Oh, let's get a save here. Streamia, overwrite, yes. Okay, there we go. I did save it, didn't it? Yes, that's today's date. Okay, cool. Right, guys. That's gonna do it for the day. We are pretty much out of time.